What is going on, guys? It's me, Severin7, and today we're going to be playing some Dimir Ninja Crime. I'm calling it Ninja Crime because we are playing a Kaito Leyline package to turn all of our non-ninja outlaws into ninjas, because why not, right? The deck is absolutely a blast. I'm having a great time with it in testing, and I'm hoping that after 20 matches, we will be in Mythic by the end of this video. So let's go ahead and get right into that deck list. We're playing some Dimir Crime today, Ninja Crime. The reason I'm calling it Ninja Crime is because we are playing the Kaito Leyline of Transformation package in this deck, just because it's fun and it's interesting, and I like playing fun and interesting things for you guys. So let's go ahead and get over this deck list really quickly. Our crime package is obviously Tiny Bones joins up, Tiny Bones the pickpocket, and then we've got a bunch of legendary creatures to trigger Tiny Bones, which gives us a lot of crime triggers, which works with things like Vadmir, New Blood, Karvek the Punisher, and Lazov, Familiar Stranger. This deck is incredibly resilient against a lot of different decks for a lot of different reasons. We have innate graveyard hate. We have evasive threats in Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, and Nashi, and Tiny Bones, all things our opponents don't want to block. We've got 3 cut downs and 3 bitter triumphs to move things out of the way, as well as an Earthtie Resurrected. And more repeatable crime and graveyard hate, we have 2 copies of Lord Skitter in the deck, as well as a single copy of Gisa the Hellraiser, because if we can get her onto the battlefield with Tiny Bones joins up, she immediately makes 2 3/3s with Menace, which is amazing, and she's pretty hard to kill. Ren the Relentless is an amazing and fantastic card. I've been singing the praises of this card since it came out in Bloomburrow. The fact that it makes everything that our opponents lose get exiled instead of dying is fantastic, and this game can carry us, this card can carry us through games all by itself, and it also has Ward 2, so usually it's pretty difficult to deal with. Kaito is just an awesome card. I mean, we're not trying to ninjutsu him all the time, but of course if we have an early Tiny Bones and our opponent doesn't have anything we're trying to get back from their graveyard, we can just swap him out with Tiny Bones and get in there for the 3 damage and then get any of his amazing abilities. His +1 is the reason that we're playing Leyline of Transformation. Now, the cool part about Leyline of Transformation in this particular build is that it is not only good with Kaito. So we do have Nashi as a ninja as well, so Kaito can at least buff himself and Nashi if nothing else. But we can also name Skeleton or Zombie so that Gisa can give all of our non-skeleton or zombie creatures +1/+1 in Menace, or we can name Rat, which would make all of our Relentless Rat tokens that come from Vren even bigger when we have other non-rat creatures on the battlefield. So it is useful outside of being a ninja for Kaito, so if we draw it in the late game, it can still help us. So it's not a completely dead card, but that is the main board. Let's go ahead and move to the sideboard. Got 3 copies of Duress to help deal with other control or removal heavy decks. We've got 3 copies of Ghost Vacuum to further give us answers to those Reanimator decks, because it's incredibly difficult to deal with a deck that can get a Valgavoth or something ridiculous onto the battlefield on turn 4. So making sure that we can hit those cards in their graveyard and keep them from getting that recursion is really important. 3 Disdainful Strokes to deal with Domain, and 3 Shieldred's Edicts to help with just pretty much anything. Planeswalkers, pesky ward creatures, sheltered with ghosts being an issue in a lot of cases. And that is the deck. It's awesome, it's fun, and I'm kicking butt with it, and I'm going to keep kicking butt with it, and we're going to get to Mythic today, I hope. So let's get right into those games. All right. Aslinski 718. Let us show them our ninjas. Our fake ninjas. Imposter ninjas, if you will. This is good. Tiny Bones joins up. Discard a card, sir. Or madam. Ooh, Rakdos, okay. Rakdos is a tough matchup. Oh, okay. Not Rakdos. Mill them. Grow the Vadmir. Caretaker. What? Okay. It's Mardu tokens then. Got it. Grelv's Hive. Alright. Alright, so our challenge this game is going to be killing them before they sunfall us. Might help, maybe. If they don't make a blocker this turn. Viper? Okay. Let's discard the sewers. I think they're still dead, though. Yeah. We got it. Bren, mill them. Badmir is now 6/6 with Menace. Got him. Alright, what's good against them? Into the Flood Maw. Maybe not. Duress. Now eat it. Most of their creatures are tokens, so being able to hit the Viper or a non-token creature could be really good. So I think we'll go like that. Let's take out the Malcolms. Cut. Take a 1 cut down. Murtai is probably pretty bad against them. They're drawing so many cards that it's kind of pointless. And then Lizov is pretty useless against them. We'll keep Skitter, because Skitter is repeatable crime every turn without any work, so. Opponent goes first. We've got Leyline, but that is literally it. We're gonna mulligan. This is not a lot better. We'll keep it though. Try. Swamp and Hopeless Nightmare. Not what we were hoping for. We'll throw an Underground River out. Plaza, Tiny Bones. Kind of hit them with the same deal. And hopefully we will draw into some creatures. Or not. Who needs creatures? Who needs spells? Caretaker's Talent. I wish they didn't have. Alright. Not gonna lie, a little salty about that. This would have been a terrible draw. Wow. Unbelievable. Alright, let's play Vren. Mill them. And so, that was a good mill. They definitely would have been able to cast that this turn for a pretty low cost. They probably already have another one in their hand, though. They don't currently have red. Oh, never mind. Now they have red mana. they can't deal with Ren, they're in trouble. That is annoying. I love how, like, I keep calling things they need to do to be okay, and they keep doing it. Okay. This is the worst draw I have ever had. Hopefully game 3 will be better. I don't see a way we get out of this when we're just drawing lands and literal do-nothings. Like, Leyline's the only card that doesn't do anything when we draw it. I mean, it's not even a do-nothing, because, like, if we'd kept Ren around, any relentless rat tokens we got from it would count all of our other, because we could name rat, right? Okay, wow. Let's move on. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. Let's have a better game 3, please. We'll play first. Not in love with this. It's not bad though. Skitter's good. We'll keep Skitter. Feels bad to waste that on a 1-drop, but that 1-drop provides them with way too much value if it's left. Girl's Hive is annoying. Let's get the... No, let's play Skitter. Because if they can't remove Skitter, and they go to play like Caretaker's Talent. Like Caretaker's Talent will be really annoying, and I'm gonna be really mad at myself that I didn't duress them this turn. But the rat gives us something to attack with. Rottenmouth Viper. Ninjutsu this. Mill them again because it's a creature when it enters. Gotta land off the top, that's good. And then we're gonna surveil.
Information is its own weapon.
I like both of those things. Are they stuck on lands? That would be awesome. All right. Okay. Well, they had... It was fair. We had a bad, terrible draw. They had a bad, terrible draw. And we had a fair first game. So, GG. Chap 1907. Let's do it. Do it to it. We will play first. I love this hand. It's perfect. Sorry for yelling in your ear. Dark Slick Shores, Tiny Bones. They mulligan too, which makes me feel kind of guilty about this, but what are you gonna do? They discard a Fountain Port, play an Underground Mortuary, alright. Mill a Frillback, interesting. Should I play Vadmir now? Worst case scenario, we can get Vadmir back later with Karvek. Deep Cavern Bat is annoying. I imagine they take Malcolm here. Maybe they take Karvek, I don't know. Okay. Tap land out of the way. I might just flash in and block with the Malcolm, maybe. We'll see. Then follow it up with Bren next turn. Another mortuary. For the opponent, they mill a Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Interesting. They do not attack. Alright, we'll play Malcolm, see if they have removal for either Malcolm or Vadmir. Let's mill him a card, grow the Vadmir. They do have something they can cast. Let's attack first. No, maybe we should have played. No, he's not going to block with the bat. Oh, he is going to block with the bat. Okay. Interesting. Well, now I'm going to just play the Karvek. Save the Vren for next turn. If he has a removal spell, why did he not use it before damage? Getting a Gix out of there is pretty good. What does he have? Like, he has something he can cast. I just can't figure out what the heck it is. Wow, you know, he should... I mean, I know he doesn't want to give me a land, but 100% he should have 100% cast that before I smacked him for 4 with it. That did not make sense. Tranquil Frillback. Blow up my Tiny Bones joins up. That's annoying. That is annoying. I'm gonna play Vren. If he wants to block, I get a rat. No blocks, alright. Galissa. Esau on top's good. Opponents always forget about Plaza. They're just gonna take it. I get a rat. Thank you. I have another Plaza to back it up next turn. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Sure. And he's dead. Because if I attack like this, he cannot block enough damage. Yep, and he takes 5. GG. Alright, game 2. So basically Golgari good stuff. Oger casts them, so he's playing like Assassin's Trophy, Lumra, like, so he's playing kind of like a more mid-rangey. He's got Bitter Triumphs, Up the Beanstalks, Assassin's Trophies. I guess Disdainful Strokes wouldn't be terrible. I think I'd rather bring in Edicts over Cut Downs into the Flood Maw. Take out Gisa. We'll take out Elazov. And we will take out... I guess both Lazovs. No. Maybe we leave one Lazov. Go one Lazov, one Lord Skitter. Because Lazov could turn into like a Lumra and attack for a lot. Oh, never mind. This deck's really frustrating people, apparently. They just scooped. Okay, GG. Boom, ready against the Jester. Alright. We will be on the play. Somehow worse. No, that's better. We'll keep. We'll put back a plat. Let's actually put back the Cavern. Cavern's only really good if we get Leyline in the opener. Another Golgari deck. Plaza. Let's get Nashi down. Searcher in the dark. I like this artwork. Cavern on Avatar. Looks like Nashi is not gonna get to continue searching. Discards and Atraxa. Okie day. We'll pass. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Sure. Gets the Glissa back. Okay. Let's get Malcolm. Man, I could really use some not lands. That would be sweet. I'll take Bren. Bren's good. Maybe we can get him with the Plaza. They play the Glissa here. Everybody thinks Glissa's basically just this wall of impenetrable doom. But maybe they play something else, who knows? We'll see. Nope, they play Glissa. Alright. Well, let's not give them any time to think about it. Let's just attack. Kind of be quick, see if they take the bait. They do. Indestructible, exile it, get a rat, draw a card, discard Leyline. Tempting to keep the Leyline and name Rat, make everything rats, but oh boy, Atraxa. Alright, can we please draw a removal spell? That would be sick. They don't get that much stuff, so... Mill ourselves. I don't want to give them more things to reanimate. Wow, they're gonna block? What? Why? Did they forget that it exiles? Were they like, oh, I'll just reanimate it again? Like, oh yeah, they're reading it now. They're like, wait, it exiles it? No! They probably have another reanimation spell, and they were hoping to get it back again. Oh, well, that's gone. A little too late, though. Lord Skinner's gonna start making some ratty boys. Alright, we gotta dodge a board wipe. Cavern of Souls is fantastic. Let's put it on Rogue. So Lord Skitter, throw the rats, Vadmir, exile. What's the best thing they have? Lockdown. They can technically get that back with invasion. All right. If we can dodge a board wipe here, I think we're fine. No sunfall, no deadly cover-up. Come on, one time. Trailblazer doesn't do it. They're gonna have a big wall of creatures here. But none of it has reach. And these rats, these relentless rats are all big enough. Attack, attack, attack. Beautiful. So we draw, discard tiny bones, get the free tiny bones. Pass turn. And we can start casting stuff from their graveyard, so we gotta dodge a board wipe again. Trailblazer, they get to draw a card. No, wait, they don't have a Trailblazer anymore. I'm thinking they still have one from last turn, but they don't. Cast an Overlord of the Bailmerk, sure. Draw a card, mill pour. Overlord of the Mistmoors. They get back Trailblazer. They should have gotten the Overlord back. I think they're forgetting we can exile it. Okay. What's our best play here? We just exile the right? They have more than one Overlord in the yard, so yeah, I think we exile the right. Attack, attack, attack. I think this is fine. I want to save this Urtai to counter something. I want to save the Urtai to counter something. I could play the Urtai for free here, but I need to be able to counter something important. Gets to draw a card here. So he gets to draw one card. If he plays an Overlord, we counter it. He attacks with Cottage. We don't care. Oh, we can't counter it if he uses Cavern. Should have thought about that. Gets to draw two cards here. Let's do it like this, because if we wait, he gets to draw three cards. This is such a close game. If he gets rid of Malcolm, we're in a lot of trouble, because Malcolm's kind of our... Ah, it's so frustrating. Oh well. Well, Tiny Bones isn't terrible. Make him discard something. Make a rat. The most threatening Overlord is Mistmoors. Can't let him flip this invasion. Oh my gosh, okay. That's annoying. How do we get out of this? Nah, she's not it. I don't think we get out of this one. Not with Valgavoth on the field. Yep, alright, game 2. Ghost Vacuum, very good. Shieldred's Edict, very good. Disdainful Stroke, very good. We're gonna have to take out the Kaito package. It's just not, it's too cute for a deck like this that's just so full of heavy hitters. We'll play first. This is good. Tiny Bones. Tap land for the opponent. Another tap land for the opponent. No surveils yet. Get a Malcolm down. I'll keep the land. I don't want the tap land, but man, what do I hit? I don't know. Maybe we do ditch the land. Play the Ghost Vacuum so we can start attacking their graveyard right away. Temporary lockdown. Wow, that cleans up our board. I forgot about temporary lockdown. Alright. Play Skitter, make a rat. Well, I mean, they're not furthering their board presence yet. Overlord, we've got Disdainful Stroke. I accidentally clicked through that trigger. That's frustrating. I don't know why that happened. It's not a huge deal because I can still get rid of it next turn. And I can Disdainful Stroke if they try to reanimate it. But it is frustrating. I will Disdainful Stroke that. Because I think the only way we're going to get through this is by just riding this to victory. Let's play Vadmir. Exile the Overlord so they can't reanimate. Get in for 5. Put the opponent down to 7 and hope that's good enough. They just hard cast an Overlord of the Hauntwoods or something. We have Edict, so they need another lockdown, but that wouldn't be the end of the world for us if they did have another one. Trailblazer. If he has another Trailblazer, then that might be good enough. No Trailblazer. Let's try to remove it, see what happens. Alright, I think we got there. Let's exile it. Alright, game 3. Maybe Into the Flood Maw is not so... Does he have anything we can cut down? I don't think he does. Why did I leave cut down in? So it's between Into the Flood Maw and Duress. Into the Flood Maw gives us like a surprise. You got all our stuff, but now we get it all back kind of thing. I think we just bring in Duresses. I feel like I'm super sideboarding against this deck, but I mean, Reanimation is not a joke. Like, the fact that they can get a Valgavoth onto the field on turn 4 is just, we have to be able to deal with it. Because that's just unwinnable for us almost. Okay, this is good. Swamp for the opponent. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Wish I could have disdainful stroked that, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and Ghost Vacuum. Attack. Decline. Alyssa. So annoying. Malcolm. Exile the Atraxa. Plaza. Get in with the Malcolm. Discard the extra Malcolm. Let's play Vren. Like, absolute worst case scenario here, they can play like an Overlord. They can blow up Tiny Bones joins up. I don't really care about that. I have other ways to trigger crime. Oh, I mean, that's clever. Sure. That is clever. Not super helpful for them. Oh man, please don't have removal. That would be unfortunate. If they have removal for Vren, I'm gonna be sad. Because Vren could probably carry us through the rest of this game by himself. They decided to take out Malcolm instead. I don't think that was the right choice. Another Glissa. Thanks. Alright, well, I'm gonna get him with Tiny Bones. They let it go. I'm gonna play another Tiny Bones joins up. Make him discard something juicy. Got disdainful stroke if they cast anything crazy. No reason to block. It's a lot of damage, but they probably draw here. Or not. That's fine. They should probably have drawn, if we're being real. We're down to 8. Outcast Trailblazer, sure. Bitter Triumph. What do I hit? I'm at 8. I think we get in like this, see what he does. That's free. Gonna discard Carvec. What do we get rid of? I guess Overlord. Hold up the Disdainful Stroke. We get 2 rats. And then I'm feeling pretty okay about where we're at. Like he can activate a cottage, but we can double block with the rats, and then he still loses the cottage and we keep a rat and get a rat. If he attacks, he's just toast. Oh my goodness, that's annoying. Keeps drawing things we can't Disdainful Stroke. I mean, no reason to just let him exile it. If I ever get to 6 mana, I'll get a free Atraxa. As long as he doesn't draw a removal for this rat, we're good. He doesn't have any creatures to get back. So he activates Cottage, we block with the rat, and then we're good. As long as he doesn't have removal. Nice, we did it. Alright, GG. Ren the Relentless, man. Absolutely carrying the game. Block the cottage. We get another rat at the end of his turn. He can gain 3 life, but it's just not enough. Okay, he could draw. No, he's at 1. So he can't draw. Not our Ghost Vacuum. Don't remove the counters from that. I give the opponent credit for letting us actually play the game. Oh, never mind. Okay. GG. All right. Final boss. Can we make it into Mythic with this deck? Mao. We get to play first. That's a good sign. This is a great hand. We'll keep. Dark Slick. Tiny Bones. The cutest dang little skeleton you ever darn did see. Uh-oh. Domain. Maybe Domain. Probably Domain. Alright, so Plaza, Nashi. And just hope that we can outrun their Sunfall. Another Lush Portico is good. And they're milling lands. Lord Skitter. Exile land. Get in for 3. 1, 2. Put a counter on Nashi. Glad we didn't draw 2 Dark Slick Shores in a row. Plains. Alright, are we getting locked down? Yep. We got locked down. Sewers. We'll keep Nashi. Let's get Lazov down. Throw Lazov. See if we can get under a Sunfall, but I doubt it. Hedge Maze. Alright, they got blue now, so they've got enough mana to Leyline Binding now. They're deciding which threat to Leyline Binding. It's Lord Skitter, by the way. Let's play Tiny Bones, make him discard something. Yep. Oh, get lost. Okay. I'm cool with that. What do they discard? Analyze the pollen. Man, am I willing to risk just running straight headlong into a Sunfall next turn? Like, most of their lands come in tapped. Let's see what's on top. A land. Try again. Okay. We'll play Nashi. Play Sunfall, we'll follow it up with Kaito. Overlord off the top is good. Especially because we can turn Lazov into it if they don't Sunfall. Come on, no Sunfall. One time. Tap land. Nice! Alright, we got there. Alright, so it's domain, right? Like, analyze, like, it's gotta be domain. So what are we scared of? Disdainful Stroke is good. Into the Flood Maw feels like mate. No, Duress usually. I think we bring in the Edicts too. All right. We gotta cut the Kaito package. Like, just so you understand, this deck is not built around Kaito. It's built around the Crime package. The Kaito package is just a nice addition. And it's also a really easy thing to sideboard out when we need to side a lot in, and Domain is a deck that we like. It's just a really hard deck to beat. This is a frustrating hand because we've got Gloom Lake Verge, but we can't tap it for black until we have the island in play. So I'm tempted to mulligan. I think I'm gonna mulligan. This is better. It's much more susceptible to getting board wiped, but I mean, it is what it is. They mulligan too, so this Tiny Bones is gonna hurt. Having to discard when they're on the play and they mulliganed is not a good thing for them. They surveil. Alright, so let's play Plaza, Vadmir. Make them mill something, grow the Vadmir. They mill get lost. That's good for us. I'm sure they have other removal than that in their hand, but means our Lord Skitter might live. cavern on Avatar. Do they have an Overlord of the Hotwoods? Yep. Alright, so we just gotta hope and pray for no sunfall. We're gonna run into it though. We've got good follow-ups, so I'm not super afraid of it. Exile the Overlord, just in case they're running some form of reanimation. No sunfall. Oh. Even with the bad luck. Oh no, binding, okay. I don't think that was the target. Oh, okay, they've got 2 bindings. Alright, well, we've got a good follow-up. Let's play Vadmir again. And Tiny Bones. Get in with the Ratty Boy. Only thing that sucks about this is a single temporary lockdown just wrecks us. Edict is fantastic, so let's play Vren. We really can't afford to hold back. Oh, we milled a lockdown, thank goodness. Let's hope they're not playing Invasion in this deck. Oh no! Okay, it's okay though, Vren's alive. And we can Edict the Overlord. Restless Reef gives us something to attack with next turn. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. I always have to be extra careful with that. We get a rat. Alright, opponent literally has to draw Sunfall this turn. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Wow. Never mind. Well, let's mill him. Got rid of a Sunfall and another binding. Cool. We get 2 rats out of that. That was worth. Alright. We're back to having lethal again. No! No! Give me a Tiny Bone joins up. One time. Oh my gosh. Do they have any man lands? We have an Edict for the 7/7. Come on. With 1 turn. Draw a land. Oh my god, they drew an Atraxa. Oh, that's fine. No, it's not. Oh, this is so stressful. Because we make Mythic if we win this game. Alright, what do they need? They need white untapped land and a Leyline binding. Or we win. There's no binding. We win. We got it. I don't think there's any... They don't have any 1-mana cards to cast. The only untapped land they got is a forest. Oh, thank goodness. Woo, that was a roller coaster of emotions. Non-token. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. I have accidentally clicked the wrong mode on that card too many times. Alright, we did it, boys and girls. Mythic! Woot! Alright, where do we enter? %. Nothing crazy. Alright. Alright, and we're back for the post-game wrap. And we did make it to Mythic today. We played 20 matches, and we went 15-5. So 75% win rate. Definitely an amazing win rate for 20 matches. I had a blast playing this deck. I think it's really fun. And I don't really think it needs a lot of changes. I like being able to kind of pivot the deck strategy based on what we're playing against. We can become a lot more controlling, or we can, you know, get more aggressive. And I think that the deck is well poised against a majority of the format. The only deck that we lost 2 matches against was blue-white auras, which is pretty popular. So if you're seeing a lot of that, maybe we want to tailor the sideboard a little bit more to deal with that. But I only went up against 2 of them in 20 matches, and they were not like they didn't just stomp me. They were close games, and I believe in both of them I won one of the 3 games. So the deck is great. I hope that you give it a try. I love the crime mechanic. I think it's one of the best mechanics in recent sets, and I love anything that takes advantage of it. So if you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed playing it, I hope that you will take a quick moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you who are already subscribed to the channel. Don't forget that we do have memberships available. There are exclusive benefits to that. Discord channel, members-only content, members-only streams, things like that. So if you want to support the channel in that way, it's a great way to do so. But like I said, your time and the like button and the subscribe button are more than enough to support the channel. Watching the content supports the content, as a lot of others say. So with that, I will catch you in the next one.